Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Welcome, beloved friends, to another Divine Laws program, a program where we study the very laws that govern not only our present life, but our many lives to come, because they are eternal and immutable in nature. So, the more we understand them, the more we may invest in our very own imperishable happiness. So, let us all unite together with that purpose in mind and with the blessed purpose of being of service, as the mentor spirits at this very moment offer us the spiritual vitamins of which we are in need, and also count on our togetherness and our good thoughts and feelings in order to aid those in greater need than ourselves. So let us now prepare to nourish our souls together by reading question and answer 990 of the Spirit's book by Allan Kardec and studying the answer together. Shall we, beloved friends? So, in question 990, Kardec asks, does repentance take place in the corporeal or spiritual state? Since we are currently in the corporeal state and are destined to transition back to the spiritual state sooner or later, let us understand the dynamics of repentance in both realms. The answer from the illuminated spirits is concise and clear as always. They say, in the spirit state, but it may also take place in the corporeal state when you clearly comprehend the difference between good and evil. So, beloved friends, in the novels by the experimenter Emmanuel and in the novels by Andre Lewis, where we study life in both worlds, we come to understand this very clearly. For example, in the book Nosso Lar, Our Home, by the Spirit Andre Lewis through the mediumship of Chico Xavier, we see that while incarnated, Andre Lewis had no concept of the consequences of his own choices. He didn't come to realize that he would be considered a suicidal spirit due to drinking and due to the affairs he carried out, and he didn't think of the consequences of his actions regarding the impact that those had in his very own relationships. In the spiritual realm, however, he did feel this impact on his own heart, and he came to realize after some suffering of became aware after some suffering of the choices that he had made and of the consequences that those brought onto him. We highly recommend the reading of the book Nosso Lar and the other ones that follow Andre Lewis's collection, as they help us understand how to make wiser choices as incarnate spirits once we better understand the dynamics of our real home, the spiritual realm, and as we understand the purpose for which we reincarnate on earth. Another example of one that reaches repentance is the case of Publio Lentulus in the book 2000 years ago. We come to learn in this book, psychographed by Chico Xavier and dictated by the mentor spirit Emmanuel, that though Publius Lentulus 2,000 years ago had the opportunity to come face to face with the very Christ, he did not embrace the Christ consciousness then, and it took much pain in his life, such as the discarnation of his very wife and the kidnapping of one of his children, for him to awaken to the spiritual purposes of his journey, of the spiritual milestones that he was reincarnated to reach. Pain restored his consciousness, and he was able to awaken, to become aware of the higher purposes for which he was reincarnated while on earth. So, this, beloved friends, as illustrated by the case of Publius Lentulus, is our therapeutic exercise for tonight. The therapeutic question for us is: have we stopped to ponder the reasons why we have reincarnated? What might be one of the spiritual developmental milestones we have reincarnated to polish, to strengthen, or to acquire? Where are the opportunities for this acquisition to take place in our very lives right now? Are we embracing those opportunities? These are questions worth asking in our moments of inner reflection so that we can attune ourselves more greatly with God's will and thus fulfill our reincarnatory purposes before our very own consciousness. So let us, dear friends, rest assured that we all reincarnated to succeed in our plan of progress designed by God. And it will be all the more easier for us to succeed as we raise our awareness for the true spiritual purposes for which we are here. So let us embrace this opportunity of acquiring greater awareness regarding ourselves, because we learn right here in the Spirit's book that the fastest way to boost our eternal progress is to know ourselves. So let us thank God for this opportunity to raise our awareness for the good, and let us then count our blessings as we bid good night or wish everyone who is here a good morning as we prepare ourselves to stay tuned right here on Kardec Radio, where, of course, we know it, we are always nourishing our souls. Many blessings, dear friends, and thank you for the power of togetherness for the good always. Bye for now.